Okay, so this is the homework help for Wednesday, and I'm gonna write some of the problems. I'm gonna write the problems on here. Okay, you use another piece of paper. I'm just gonna show you how to do some of them, not all of them, but some of them. But if you have questions, please make sure that you come to the tutoring session. Okay, the tutoring session is today at 3. So we have D is equal to R to the T power, and we're solving for R. See where it says solve for R? That means you have to get R by itself. So in order to get R by itself, we got to get rid of the T. T is being multiplied to R. The opposite of multiplication is division. So in order to get rid of T, you got to divide both sides by T. So on this side, you get D over T. And this side, T divided by T is 1. And I'm left with R. So this is my answer for R. Okay? Let's do number 2. Remember, when you're doing literal equations, all you're doing is solving for a variable. Okay? So let's do the next one. We got capital P, lowercase p, and capital P are completely different. Please don't combine those. They're different numbers. We have 144 lowercase p divided by y. In order to get p by itself, we need to get rid of the fraction 144 over y. Okay? I can multiply both sides by y first if I wanted to get rid of the y. If I want to do that, or I could have multiplied both sides by the reciprocal. So when I multiply by y, this is gone, and I'm left with py on this side. And on this side, I'm left with 144p. To get rid of the 144, I divide both sides by 144. All I'm doing is using inverse operations. So when I divide 144 divided by 144 is 1. So I'm left with lowercase p here. And on this side, this is capital P y divided by 144. And this is my answer for lowercase p. Okay. All right. Let's look at number 3. All right. Number 3, you have R is equal to C times S divided by D. Okay. And you're trying to solve for C. Get C by itself. So same thing. You can multiply by the reciprocal on both sides, or you can do one letter at a time. Get rid of the D. This is multiplication. Multiply both sides by D first. Okay? D times P is DP or PD, however you want to say it. Okay, so I'm gonna put DP here. This is gone, and I'm left with C and S. So to get C by itself, remember I'm solving for C. I'm going to divide both sides by S. Got to get rid of the S. So the S is now gone, and you got DP or PD, whichever way you put it. I'm going to put it in alphabetical order, so D is going to come first. DP divided by S is equal to C. So this is what C is equal to. Okay? For one that looks like, let me see. One that looks like number 8, all right? We have M is equal to Y2 minus Y1, slow formula, divided by X2 minus X1. And we're solving for Y2. So in order to get Y2 by itself, okay, we are first going to get rid of this denominator, multiplying both sides by x2 minus x1, or you can do a proportion. Okay, so it might be easier for you to see it as a proportion, which is cross multiplication. Okay, make m into a fraction by putting a 1 under it. So now when I multiply m times, I got m times x2 minus x1 on this side, and 1 times y2, sorry, minus y1 is just y2 minus y1, right? 1 times anything is going to give you this, what it is. Okay, so you're still trying to get y2 by itself. So to get rid of the y1, you're going to add y1 to both sides. Okay, so now this gives you m parentheses x2 minus x1 plus y1. Bring down the equal sign and you're left with y2. This is your answer. Okay? All right, so if you have more questions about how to do the problems, please just ask, But remember, all you're doing is isolating the variable that it's telling you to look for. If it's being subtracted, you're going to add to move it. If it's being added, you're going to subtract to move it. If it's being multiplied, you're going to divide. You're using inverse operations here. Okay? If you have more questions, just let me know. Have a good one.